Hey guys. Okay, so I feel like lately we've kind of been going down a bit of a rabbit warren of weird and wonderful video topics, focusing more on related sort of industries. So we were talking about construction pricing, NCC changes, all of that sort of stuff. And I've been thinking about it a bit lately and I was like, you know what? I feel like we need to take it back to Town Planning 101. We need to cover off the basics again because I've been doing these videos for something like 4 years now, and the people who watch our videos now aren't necessarily going to be the people that were around back 4 years ago. And more importantly, the content has now changed. Things have evolved within the planning world over the last 4 years. As an example, I was thinking about one of our early subdivision videos. I think in that video I actually say that it costs roughly 80k for a stock standard 1 in 2 lot subdivision. And I look at that now, I'm like, good luck trying to get a subdivision done for under 80k. Like, we are well over 100k now. So yeah, I kind of feel like it's time to refresh some of our basic sort of videos and cover off some more basic town planning stuff. So that's probably what I'm going to do over the next few weeks. I say probably, who knows, next week a topic might come up and it might be a burning thing and I'm like, I've got to talk about this. But generally speaking, we'll go down this path. So in this week's video, I want to talk about town planning options. So the thing is, when it comes to a house renovation or a new house in a character area, something like that, the bread and butter stuff that we do, you generally speaking have 3 options available to you. The first option is to design to avoid a DA. So stay within the bounds of the exemptions and bypass town planning. Obviously, everyone loves that option because you save money, you save time, and you have certainty over the outcome. Now that typically, let's just use an example here, large character lot, so TBC lot where you don't have any problematic overlays, or I should say any other problematic overlays, neighbourhood plans, any of that sort of stuff to consider. When it comes to the exemptions, you can raise to 9.5, extend to the rear, do internal works, do a carport out the front, double width carport typically, in-ground pool. You get the idea. You can do quite a lot of work. If I didn't say it and close under the core, I think I missed that one. So you can do a lot of stuff. The next option, if you don't want to stick within the bounds of those exemptions, is to design the proposal to comply with the intent, so council's intention for that area. Again, using the character as the example, pitched roof forms, verandas on the front, recessed garages, you get the idea. So you do that, you go through the town planning process. Generally it takes about 2 to 3 months and you're looking at about 5 or 6 grand by the time you pay council's fees and private town planning fees. The final option, the third option, is to go all out. So you design what you ultimately want, knowing that's going to be a bit of a negotiation process with council. So if you go with option 3, you need to go in with a plan B and a plan C up your sleeves. So you need to be comfortable with an alternate option. So you need to go in with something to negotiate with. You can't just go in blindly going, it's option A or nothing, and you're going to fail basically. So that option, you're probably looking at maybe 4, 5, even 6 months in council. We very, very rarely go down the option 3 pathway. Now, in the past, pre-COVID, everyone ended up avoiding a DA. So if you look at our website, you'll see it is very heavily focused at the moment about how do you avoid a DA, because that's what everyone wanted to do. And it made sense back then because town planning fees, like I said, 5 or 6 grand. If it was a project that was 100 grand or 500 grand, yeah, those figures don't necessarily stack up. It doesn't really give you much value add. However, post-COVID, or still in COVID period, whatever you want to call it, we basically are now seeing that the property values have gone up so much and the construction prices have now gone up so much. Everyone's spending 1 to 1.5 million on a reno. It is ridiculous the amount of money flying around out there. But yeah, they're suddenly spending this higher dollar value, 5 grand, 6 grand. Yeah, it's nothing these days. And when you're spending that higher level of money, everyone wants what they want. So people aren't prepared to go the carport out the front. They want a garage, which makes sense. And where we typically see everyone get caught at the moment on these large character blocks is you've got the house like this, enclosing under the core is exempt, but everyone wants a double width garage. And then you have a walkway or a hallway, and then you have another bedroom. And suddenly that all doesn't fit under the house. So everyone ends up popping out to the side with the garage, and that's where they get caught out. And then once they get triggered for that, they're like, oh, okay, what else are we going to throw in? So we're actually in the process of looking at redoing our website to change the way that we talk about town planning, because we've seen that distinct shift in terms of what people are chasing, what people are going for. So the moral of the story, or the point I want to get across to the designers out there today, is I would like to strongly encourage you, if you're not already using Charlie being our automated site assessment tool. If you're not already using her, reach out, find out how to tap into her magic. Her role essentially is to dig up all the dirt on a property, and then we can come back to you with the options. Now, we don't charge for that service. So basically the aim here is when you get a prospective phone call, before you go out to meet a client, you run through Charlie, you get the summary of those options so that when you turn up to site, you can give clients those options and they can pick which path they want to go down. So the pathway that they choose is obviously going to be based on whether time, money, or design is their primary driver or focus. If their time is their number one thing, or if money is their number one thing, okay, you design to go down the option 1 pathway. However, at the other extreme, if they go, I'm emotionally invested or committed to this design, okay, option 3 is the pathway you go down. So yeah, basically by giving people that information and those options up front, they can choose, they can make an informed decision about which pathway they want to go down, which makes the whole process for everyone involved so much smoother and easier. Okay, I think that covers off everything I wanted to talk about today. As I always say, until next time, thanks for watching.
For all you red tape lovers out there, I have one thing to say. Well, no, actually, I've got 3. Number 1, the advice provided in these videos is general in nature. It's not site-specific. You would be a silly Billy to go and make financial decisions based on this advice without first checking with the town planner. Don't be a silly Billy. Number 2, Brisbane town planning is in no way linked to Brisbane City Council. The views expressed in these videos are my own, not council's. So if you don't like them, blame me, not council. Number 3, what was my number 3? Oh yeah, the views expressed in these videos are accurate at the time of recording. If you're watching this video back 10 years from now, the views may not be so accurate. That's all. Bye.